Welcome to the Haunted Hangover podcast. I'm Louie, and I'm joined by Sam.
Hello.
Real serious. And Chris.
Good evening.
Spooky dookie dookie.
Yep.
So, spooky
Dookie.
Spooky dookie. Speaking of dookie.
It's a good segue.
What a
Yes.
wild segue.
What a wild segue. It is currently Turkey Day month, the giving of thanks, when we all gather around the table, loosen up that top button in your pants, feast on mashed potatoes, yams, collard greens, biscuits, turkey, which I don't eat, but I know you guys do.
No turkey for you.
No turkey. Tofurkey for this boy.
Tofurkey.
What else? What other giblets do we have? Sides.
You gotta get the apple pie.
Apple pie.
Warm
Cranberry
apple
sauce.
pie. Cranberry sauce.
Cranberry
green
Homemade.
beans.
Never out of a can.
Corn.
Some people like cranberry sauce out of the can.
They
Sammy.
prefer it out of the can. It's crazy.
I think it
Wild
looks
stuff.
cool out of the can, right? Like I like the look of it. That's what to me, like that's what it's supposed to look like, which is
You
not
like the
correct,
sound?
obviously.
Or you just go.
Yeah, like and it has the ridges of the can when you
Speaking of
take it out. I like that.
Going back to the doo-doo at the top. Speaking of it, it goes plop, it falls right,
Right.
out.
Yeah.
I was
Chris
gonna say corn. Speaking of doo doo, so like we're just all about doo doo in this episode.
Well, considering the subject matter, it's quite fitting. But you know what? Chris does look like a canned cranberry sauce kind of man. I know.
Oh,
you
I don't
are,
eat
Chris.
cranberry sauce. Period. I just like the way it looks.
He just likes to see it come out of the can. That is the highlight of his
That's so
Thanksgiving.
honest.
It's the highlight of his Thanksgiving dinner. Seeing it slowly go.
I like that it maintains the shape of the can when it's outside of the can.
The
That's the only
ridges.
thing I like. Yeah, the ridges. That's all I like about it. I don't fucking eat it.
That classic ocean spray cranberry sauce can that everyone gets. I'll be honest, if I go to a Friendsgiving or someone's house, and because me and Sammy grew up eating we grew up with the homemade stuff.
I make it all the time.
So do I. We
Every
probably do it the
Thanksgiving
same way
now.
because of mom, honestly. So we grew up eating the homemade cranberry sauce. So
Right.
no canned stuff here growing up. But I know there's people that like it. That's their preferred cranberry
That's
sauce.
fine. That's fine. That you're welcome to have your own opinion, but you're wrong.
Some people like gross things for Thanksgiving, right? Which brings us to the topic of our episode.
That's why we're
Yes.
here.
Doo-doo, gross, corn, cranberry sauce, Thanksgiving, Turkey Day. Now, this was an idea I've had for a while. I thought it would be fun if we had our own sort of Thanksgiving, and you guys came up with this name, so I'm going to give you both, well, Chris mostly the credit, and Samantha seconded.
I thought it, and I was
Yes.
like, "Damn, they're gonna think it's so fucking stupid."
But
And
this is
then
sort
Chris
of
said it.
this is sort of our Thanksgiving pot unluck
Parentheses.
parentheses.
So that's so cute. I love
Unluck.
it.
Unluck.
Yeah.
And the idea was for us to gather together some of our favorite gross out foods or meals or things or whatever you can eat in this episode from a movie. Because in this inaugural version, because this is something I'm sure we'll go back to in the future. In this episode, we all picked stuff from movies,
Yeah.
no TV. So I feel like we'll stick this first
TV
episode.
one, yeah, a TV one might be in our future then, huh?
Might be in the future.
Oh, yeah.
One, you know what? One popped up in my mind after we made all of our selections, but I was like, you know what? Let's stick to movies for this first.
And it gives us something to look forward to.
Yes, for this
There's
Thanksgiving.
so many on the list that like
Oh.
I know we all know what we all picked, but there's
Yeah.
so many others that we didn't pick. And so like when you listen to this
Yes.
episode,
We can do this forever. Yeah,
chime
for
in.
sure.
Let us know
Yeah.
what you think.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
we I even made a last minute switch on one of mine because I wanted to get real gross with mine. I felt like one of my picks was like gross in concept, but not very nasty. I wanted to. If we're doing this for the first time, we need it to be nasty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I will admit too, as usually, the host of this show, my picks kind of basic bitch. You guys picked more of the exotic ones.
I think I came up with some good nasty ones.
I think I got some basic ones.
No, one or two of your Sammys are kind of unique. Yeah.
Don't spoil it.
And Chris too. Usually I'm the one with the deep cuts for the most part, but I will admit, for this kind of first round of gross out foods from movies for this Thanksgiving pot unluck, I went with the kind of basic picks. So
yeah. I'd say one of mine is definitely a deeper cut.
Oh, for sure. Yours is so deep cut. I've never even seen the movie it's from.
Well, so that one. But yeah, one of the other ones is from a remake that's not as popular, right? So yeah, I think that.
Guys, I'm gonna be so candid with you.
Yes.
I don't know what your picks are, so I'm very excited.
That's it. Sammy's going in blind.
All I know is that we didn't pick the same ones. So no. I'm like, you know what? That's fine. I want to be surprised.
And since Sammy has no idea what Chris and I picked.
I'm sorry, that group chat just escaped me.
Yeah, it's just a lot of text in there.
Sammy, hit us with your first gross out food from a movie for the Thanksgiving pot unluck.
I myself am strange and unusual.
You don't have to follow my lead here on this. I'm gonna start soft. Appetizer round. I'm gonna start soft. Could be gross depending on who you are, especially if you have a shellfish allergy. But it can end. It's gonna get grosser as we go along. This is my pick. So my first pick, which I do think might be a basic bitch answer, but only reason I say that is because everyone should know what I'm talking about. My first pick, the first thing I'm bringing to the table, is specifically the shrimp dish from Beetlejuice. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I don't know why you're listening, but it's the scene when everyone gets up and does the dance as they're possessed by the ghost, and this beautiful shrimp dish comes to life as a hand takes them all in. Boom. That scene gets me every time. It's so fucking funny. But also, I wouldn't say it's gross as much as it is kind of terrifying. But I think that'd be a really cool thing for me to bring to the table because you get to eat, but you're also being entertained.
By everyone dancing Deo.
Yes. By everyone dancing Deo. That's my appetizer portion.
Yes. According to Sammy, she wants everyone to dance to that song. Yes. Hide the deadly black tarantula.
With a little shrimp cocktail claw to the face.
Hide the deadly black tarantula, and then
shrimp face down.
Shrimp hand face.
You'll never forget it.
Down and then pushed back.
Yeah.
They are thrown back in the scene. I will say too, in that scene, the effect, like when you see I guess they're like little bowls or plates. The
they're
shrimp,
like bowls, yeah, it's like a puppet
cocktail
almost.
Cups, yeah, like little cocktail glasses.
Which is a perfect setup for the gag because since they're hands, it would be like they're kind of like gripping outside of the cup and then pushing through, grabbing their faces and then throwing them back.
So good.
Not scary, but definitely not gross, but definitely scary is what I meant to say.
Definitely scary, yeah.
And
that's what I bring to the table.
I'm trying to think, out of all the scenes we've all picked, it's probably the most iconic one.
Yes, absolutely.
Think so?
Out of the 9 that we have, that just like thinking at a glance of all the picks we have, I think this is like the iconic scene. Like you said, Sammy, everyone should know this scene.
Yeah.
If you're listening to this show, you know this scene.
Maybe not gross, but definitely unlucky.
Yes.
If
someone brought this, I wouldn't be happy. If someone brought this,
right? I'm not trying to get my food. I don't
want to be thrown off the table.
Yeah.
What if I have a concussion?
Except for Lydia Dietz, she's the only one that's not abused
because she's strange and unusual.
Yeah, one big dark room.
Somebody's got a coffee mug with that on it somewhere.
her whole life is one big dark room. But yes, the shrimp cocktail hands from Beetlejuice. Great pick, Sammy.
Do you know what it really reminds me of? Tasty wheat. Did you ever eat tasty wheat?
So I'm going to start and follow Samantha's lead, whereas my first pick, I think, is the least gross of my 3 gross picks. And so I know that Haunted Hangover, normally we're traditionally a horror podcast. We do more horror movies than anything else. My first movie is a sci-fi movie. I'm going to go with the protein gruel from the first Matrix movie. I think gruel is kind of underselling how disgusting it is.
Yeah.
There is a name for it. Isn't there a name in the movie?
No, but they describe it as a single-celled protein combined with synthetic aminos, vitamins, and minerals. And then Mouse says everything a body needs to keep going. And it's literally just like a bowl of slop.
That's so good.
And it's just like, it's not disgusting per se, but it's just like, ugh. Like
it's unsettling in that moment in the movie.
Yeah, it just looks gross, right?
Movie.
Because everything else in the Matrix is so stylish and so slick and sleek
and
like
sexy.
even there's a scene later where Joe Pantoliano's character is like inside the Matrix eating a beautiful steak dinner with the Agent Smith, and he makes reference to like, I know that this steak is not real and I know that this is all in my mind. And then it's like the real world food that they eat is this fucking putrid like slop that they literally like open up a canister and just drop it in. It's just, ever since the first time I saw that movie, that is the one thing that always sticks out. It's like, I wouldn't even call it like a cream of wheat cereal, like, or an oatmeal, or it's slop, right? Like,
yeah.
Ugh. That's, we're eating that first. Little like taste the things to come. But it's got all the vitamins and proteins, right? So that's what you need.
Yeah.
It's like
some people would eat it.
It's like a nasty farina or oatmeal, basically. Is
Yeah. Like an even nastier one, but like visually on screen, like it just looks gross.
I mean, they're all like enjoying it though, and I think he even says, right? He says it's like a tasty wheat.
Tasty
right?
wheat, yeah. He's like,
is
it tasty wheat? But is it tasty wheat? What does tasty wheat taste like? Maybe they got it wrong. Maybe what we think tasty wheat tastes like is actually chicken.
That's what he says. Isn't that verbatim the line in the movie? I haven't watched The Matrix in a long time. It's been a while since I've sat and watched that one. I will admit, probably the least nasty.
Yeah.
Probably
I'm going
even
up from
less
here.
nasty than Sammy's shrimp pan. Because
I think like it's a food, right? So this is like it is in, like, the rest of our picks are all like grosser. And this is just like, it's still a traditional like food that people would eat. It's just the most base, gross version of food.
How are those maggots? Maggots, Michael. You're eating maggots. How do they taste?
So my first pick, dare I say, not as iconic as the shrimp hands from Beetlejuice, but probably the second most iconic scene that involves food and a gross item from all of our picks. Probably I'd say number 2. And that is the insect-infused Chinese food scene from The Lost Boys, 1987. Much like Beetlejuice, there's not much to say about this movie that hasn't already been said. If you're listening to this show, you more than likely know about The Lost Boys.
Right.
Classic movie, classic lines, classic scene. That's basically what this whole thing is.
Yeah.
So, to set it up a little bit, we've got our main protagonist, Michael, because you hear that 100 times in the movie. Michael. In this scene, I think you hear the word. You hear his name.
Yeah, he says
like 5 times. So you got Michael hanging out with the titular Lost Boys for the first time in their hangout cave that they've got going on.
Their man cave.
There's some ladies there, so it's not all men. Even though she's sort of like a slave vampire girlfriend to the group.
Still a man cave.
Still a man cave, yes. Big Jim Morrison poster in the background. The scene is sort of a initiation into the gang of vampires for Michael, and they're all enjoying some wonderful takeout Chinese food. David, the leader of the group, Kiefer Sutherland, offers Michael some rice, which he initially is like, nah, I'm good, bro. But then he takes it, he eats some of it, and David tells him it's maggots. He looks down in the carton. What do we see? Maggots. Disgusting. Maggots are one of the worst insects, larvae, just
gross.
nasty altogether. He drops the carton on the floor, looks down at it. It's just rice. It's just rice, Michael. It's just again, Michael a bunch. Michael. David then offers him, because he's eating a carton of Chinese food. He offers Michael, hey, you want some noodles? And then he tells him, it's worms, Michael.
You're eating worms, Michael.
They're worms, Michael. And you see the carton full of earthworms, slimy, disgusting earthworms, and he's repulsed. Oh, God, no. After that, after the noodles, after the maggots, they're all kind of hanging out. He realizes, oh, this is just a prank. And they want him to be, again, part of the gang. They want to make him a vampire. And they want to wash all this Chinese food down with a fancy bottle of blood. Now, since they set Michael up in this scene because they do the whole prank with the worms and the maggots in the Chinese food so that when they hand him the fancy blood bottle, she tells him, I forget her. Do you remember, Chris, the character's name, the female character? I forget her name in the movie.
I'm blanking on it. It's a color, isn't it?
Me.
Sky.
Yes, I think you're right.
That's not a color.
That is the sky.
The sky is blue, though.
The sky is blue, though.
The sky is a color.
But when, they hand him this fancy bottle of blood, she tells him, Michael, that's blood. And he's like, yeah, right. And he drinks it because he thinks, since they were telling him it's worms, that the Chinese food
it was
worms.
a prank, yeah.
Right.
The noodles were
Guess
worms
what?
and maggots and all this. He just chugs the blood, and there's his descent into becoming a blood-sucking vampire. The visual of in the scene, they get some, I'm talking close-up shots.
Oh yeah, they're inside the container.
Yes, these are real maggots and real earthworms. No props here. These are the legit animals. It's nasty. Always skeeved me out, especially because I don't like maggots. They're just nasty. And were they actually there or not? Because vampires don't really eat food.
I was just going to say that. I think that's an interesting pick, Louis, because what are you going to actually end up bringing to the table? Rice and noodles?
Yeah, I'm bringing both. This is my picks are. I'm bringing the worms and I'm bringing the maggot Chinese food.
Yeah, but
We'll
is
see.
it that or is
Is
it
it that or is
actual
it in our
Chinese
head?
food?
Right.
I don't know.
Damn,
it was blood
Louis.
though, because he
Right.
brushes
That
it
I'm
off.
excited about.
He said about the blood, the not chalice. That would be more like a mug, but the fancy bottle of blood to become a vampire, because that's what kind of triggers him to become a vampire.
Yeah.
Food, food, evil Chinese food,
Ugh.
and then a blood drink, wine that turns him into a vampire. Yeah, I love this scene. Again, Michael, the whole movie. I want to know how many times. I wish someone tallied how many times the word Michael is said in the movie, because that's got to be in the almost 100 times till the credits roll.
It's 114 times.
You just looked
I
it
just
up.
googled.
Amazing.
They should have just called it Michael.
The Lost Boys, Michael. There you go. It
That's
is said a
so
lot.
fucking funny.
David says it the most. It's worms,
Yeah.
Michael.
Michael.
Michael. And my favorite part is you've got like a random Alex Winter like handing out the Chinese food with his crop shirt. Bill S. Preston Esquire, for those who don't know who Alex Winter is from Bill and Ted.
Pre that, right? Right?
No.
Yeah, 87, yeah.
Yeah. Like a year or two before. Looking very young.
He's
But
always
again,
going to be Bill.
he's always going to be Bill. But he's the one tossing them the Chinese food. Oh,
Yeah.
Chinese, great. It's a great scene. I
Yeah.
love it. Michael.
God, dude, what the fuck?
What is that?
Is that a fucking pew?
Well, I guess this is a good segue to my next pick. We're on an entree round here. Gross, but honestly, probably to some people, maybe fetishized. So I'm going to go ahead and go with the lovely meal that is presented at the midsummer dinner table, lunch table, because the sun never goes down there. And it's actually specifically the character Maja, I think that's her name. There's one of the girls that are part of the commune, takes a liking to Christian, who is our other was that protagonist, right?
Yes.
Her shitty douchey boyfriend.
The male protagonist of the film.
Fucking hate him.
Well, that's the point. You're not supposed
Yeah,
to
that's the
like
point. That's the point. So everyone is enjoying a nice meal. They have what seems to be like some kind of tea of some sort in like a glass little chalice and a meat pie. We know that it's a meat pie because they have livestock there at this commune. But we decided to do a little love spell on Christian, hoping that she can sweep him off his feet. But what did she serve him? She puts a few, maybe just a few bits of her pubic hair in the meat pie. And the biggest gag of all, her menstrual blood in the tea. And that scene, it's just, I remember seeing it in theaters and like everyone having the realization what was in that cup at the very same time. Like there's kind of like a beat in the theater and everyone's like, oh shit, that's fucking crazy. Yeah. So again, pretty gross, but I guess depending who you are, you might be into that kind of thing. I don't know.
Chris is into that kind of thing.
I was going to say, I get grossed out, like if I'm eating and I get like my own mustache hair in my food,
in your
I
mouth?
get grossed out. Yeah, right? Like I get grossed out by that. Someone else's hair, that's fucking disgusting. And not just like head hair, fucking
Bush hair.
Yeah, that's fucking disgusting.
Hair in food is awful. I
mean,
say,
the menstrual blood is pretty nasty too,
the
guys.
menstrual blood's pretty
Right.
pretty nasty. Pretty nasty. But again, probably not the worst thing that you can end up with. Probably
I'm
not.
gonna pass.
I think
pass
maggots.
on that.
I think maggots are worse. You get a pube in there.
Hand that to me. I'm handing it right over to the next person.
The way the scene plays out too, which is funny, is because the pie is there. Because I've seen Midsummer so many times. The pie is there, and the tea in like the glass cup. And I don't know if you guys ever noticed in the scene.
It's like lined up with the other.
They're all lined up
Yeah.
perfectly.
Yeah.
Initially, it looks yellow. Like it
Right.
doesn't look like a dark
like
brown
you
red.
can tell what it could be, right?
But what's weird is it starts to get darker. Like there's a certain cut, I forget when the scene like cuts to a different angle where it goes from like the yellow color like everyone else's like tea to like the red brown, and then he sips
It's
on
almost like it's settled in and just
it.
kind
It's
of
weird.
mixed up with the things.
And then I just remember the scene when he bites into the pie and then he pulls out the single
pulls out the
hair.
pube.
And his boys look at him. They're like, ew, is that a pube? Don't they say, is that a pube in the scene?
Yeah.
He's like, what's that actor's name?
The guy
Poulter.
from
Will Poulter.
Yeah,
Will
that
Poulter,
guy.
yes. Yeah, he's
Love him.
He's like the eyebrow guy.
Yes.
He's
Yeah.
like
Sid from Toy Story.
yes. Who's become like a stud now. He looks
he's
very
like
good.
Yeah, he's kind of a puppy.
Yeah.
Kind of a puppy.
He's like, is that a pube? He's like the dude. He is us.
Oh yeah.
He is
That's
the
what I mean. He
audience.
is. He's the avatar like of the audience, right? He's the
Yes,
regular character
100%.
who's like this. All of this is fucked up, and we got to get out of here.
I will say, even when I remember going to see it in the theater. When that scene happens, you could hear people in the audience going,
Yeah, they're all like, they're just like, oh shit, like that's wild.
It is a pretty gross
cool.
food.
It is very gross, but it's so gross because it's so plausible, much like, you know, the maggots and like it's the most plausible, you know?
Right.
I mean, I'm
Because
sure
also
if
there's
you
nothing
really-
supernatural about it either, right?
No.
Like it's just people doing this.
I'm just gonna shoot my shot,
Yeah.
put a couple pubes in there,
try to take
hope
over
it's
this
that
guy.
time of the month, and let's go.
Don't you see like details about it in the like that blanket that's on the wall?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
during this, because I remember they had kind of.
You gotta really watch it more than once to
They
You
know.
kind of
I've
get
seen
the
it so many
whole
times.
portrait of the
I love that
movie
movie.
in that
Yeah.
in that blanket.
Yeah, because you can see like the like I think you see like a chalice or something.
Everything
Right.
that's happening. Yeah.
So, yeah, no, very gross. I agree. Like I said, I remember seeing the movie and everyone was like, ugh.
Yeah.
See, everyone
Yeah.
knew what was happening.
Pube pot pie is not for me.
Pube pot pie and
Nah,
a
this is
little
crazy.
menstrual tea.
This
No,
is definitely
thank you.
Chris's
No,
favorite,
thank you.
meal of the potluck.
Hard pass.
Oh man, maybe I'm weird. I'm like, it's not that bad.
Sammy's like, I'll take this over the maggot Chinese food.
Hell yeah.
All right.
I'll eat a worm.
All this time we've been eating this shit.
Hey, I eat them too, you know. Every single day.
All right, so now we're going in. I guess. So my last two picks, one is firmly dessert, so I'm gonna save that one for last, and I also think it's the grossest one. So my next pick, I guess my entree. Again, I'm gonna go sci-fi. And this is the one you said you haven't seen at all yet.
I have not seen this film.
Right.
All.
So Snowpiercer, 2013, Bong Joon-ho's, I guess, like most action movie of his filmography. The characters are on a train, and it's essentially like a rich versus poor story for those who don't know. And the poor people are in the back of the train, and the rich people are in the front of the train. And the whole plot of the movie is the poor people are going to take over and move up to the front of the train. And they eat these protein bars. They don't look unlike Cliff Bars, I will say that. They look very much like actual Cliff Bars. So this might ruin Cliff Bars for you if you're a big fan of them. So the whole thing is just like, again, it's just protein bars that they feed these poor people. You don't know what's in them. They're just protein bars. They're like, oh yeah, this is again, like the Matrix. It's every nutrient you're supposed to eat. Chris Evans' character later learns that they are, again, we're back here, ground up bugs that are ground into a paste and slopped into a big tray and essentially like batter for these protein bars. So these people they're just eating bug bars for the entirety of the movie until they realize it. And like the scene of the actual bugs being crunched up and ground into this paste is fucking gross. It's super gross. Like you see the little bits of them, and it's just a really nasty
did see the
scene.
clip, so I'm familiar with that.
So, but apparently it was actually written to be even grosser than this, which I think is...
Was it supposed to be shit?
It was supposed to be shit.
No! That's the only thing I could think of that was grosser.
It was supposed to be human feces. They didn't specify. And like, apparently, if the internet is to be believed, they did shoot a version with like, you know, shit in the mixer. And so Chris Evans' reaction shot his reaction is obviously justified. He's disgusted. But his reaction shot, it doesn't play like he's reacting to bugs being ground up, because it is nasty, but like it's a thing, right? It's bugs.
People eat bugs. There's cultures
people
that eat bugs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's cultures that eat bugs. So his reaction is like way over the top and like horrified that he's seeing what he's seeing. So like maybe it was originally supposed to be a little doo-doo bar.
Yeah.
Dude,
interesting.
Hence why I mentioned the doo-doo at the top of the show, because
Either
I knew
way,
the doo-doo was
doo-doo
coming.
bars or bug bars, like they're both fucking disgusting. And the bars do look gross. They're just like, they look like logs of shit. They're just gross bars.
Again, plausibility, right?
Right.
If we get to that time in this universe, post-apocalyptic, where we have to make bug bars, I'm gonna find a way to make that work. But if we have to make poop bars, we're past. Listen, hear me out. We have no more bugs left.
Yeah.
That means we are down to the
There's no
end.
way to come back from doo-doo bars.
So let me ask you something. Now that we've explored that, will you eat a puke pie over a poop bar?
100%.
This is where the show's going. What you going for, guys? You going for the pew pie?
This or that?
Or the wait. So wait, is it the doo-doo bar or the bug bar we're comparing?
Bug bar's harmless.
Yeah.
Right, I don't want to
harmless.
I've had like chocolate covered grasshoppers and stuff.
I never have.
I have. I've had like, you know, the lollipop scorpion things. I've eaten those.
So you've eaten bugs?
Yeah, but they're it's gross to think about it, but like they're not the worst thing that I've ever tasted in my life.
Yeah, it's just earthy.
I'm not saying I've tasted poop, because I've never tasted poop, but like poop is gotta be worse than eating bugs, right? Like it's gotta be.
I mean, poop is to clarify here. I think we can all agree, if we have to choose between the pube pie from Midsummer or the so-called original concept for these bars from Snowpiercer that were poop. We're picking the pube pie over the poop bars.
Well, the pube pie only has a little bit of pube in it and also like meat, right? It just has regular food in it still. So like, I'm obviously going to pick that instead of fucking the remnants of someone's poop.
Well, here's another thing. Here's another reason. Listen, hear me out.
Okay.
Here's another reason why that wouldn't work. Okay? Because if they're using the bugs, I think I've seen this, but I don't recall. I'm just saying. It makes sense that they would do the bugs. If they're using the bugs, it's like they need everyone to have the protein. What's accessible, like rich to the poor, right? Because that's a very common theme with his films.
Right.
Like I get that. The poop is scientifically your waste. Your body's taking all the nutrients.
You shouldn't be eating that.
And you shouldn't be eating that.
Yeah.
The bugs makes way more
comes
sense.
Out at the end for a reason. Right? It's excrement.
The bugs
It's
make
the
way
stuff
more
that
sense.
you don't want in your body.
I'm glad that they went with that, not only because it's less gross, obviously. I'm okay with the shock factor of it, but because it just makes more sense. Why the fuck would I give you shit bars?
No doo-doo bars for us. Sorry.
You're right though. Before
you got
I'm going with the poop. I'm not. Yeah, no, but maybe another poop segue here. When I watched that clip, because I looked at a couple clips online, I agree with you, Chris, that Chris Evans' reaction doesn't warrant.
It doesn't fit to what he's seeing, right? And
you would think he's seeing something way worse.
Yeah, and that's what I've read. I read that like that that's a cutaway shot of what's in that bin, right? And so I read that it was like original test screenings, it was shit, and the audience was just too disgusted by it, so they just went in and CGI'd bugs in place of shit, right? So I get it. It's still, the scene still works, but it because it's like still a surprise that this is what these people have been eating. Mm-hmm. But poop would have exponentially been worse.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely. I think out of this entire list, I think if we're going either or for this Snowpiercer's gross food item, both are bad, but the poop is definitely top tier.
Nothing's worse than poop.
Out of everything on this list, making anything out of poop does not sound appetizing. Right. There's nothing about it. Again, you could dust off a couple of pubes. Technically, the shrimp hands are still shrimp.
And I'm sure you had a drink of something that's far worse than a little bit of a bloody tea.
And then the worms and the maggots, they're bugs. Like we said, people eat bugs. So
yeah,
definitely gross. More bugs and poop talk. Let's move on.
Wow, sneak surprise.
What's the surprise?
So my next pick, and again, another iconic scene from a film. This is one I think not a horror film. I know we're kind of cheating here, but nonetheless, it's fine. We said we're covering movies, so it's just gross. We wanted to open it up.
This is still verifiably gross.
Yes, we wanted to open it up. This is and I believe I'm pronouncing this right. It's Pankut Palace banquet scene from Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, 1984. Now, this is a scene I vividly remember as a kid seeing and being highly amused by it. That goes to show you how warped. I was like 4 years old the first time, or 5 years old the first time I saw this movie on like HBO at our grandma's house or something. And I vividly remember this scene and just being like, I don't know what I would do in this situation. If I were Willie, what would I do? I'd be stressed out of my mind. So in the scene, they're in India, because they're looking for this magical stone.
Indiana Jones.
Yeah, it's Indiana Jones. He's looking for an artifact.
He's somewhere.
Yes. He's there. Mm-hmm. So in the scene, what's so funny about it, and there's actually multiple items in this scene, so once again, I'm cheating because there's more than one item, but whatever, it's still a pick. What's really hilarious about the scene is you've got Indiana Jones having this serious conversation, and then we're cutting between him, these other gentlemen, and Willie and Short Round reacting to all these entrees and appetizers coming out. So keep in mind, they're in India. This is definitely like cultural appropriate. Like this is just horrible, like a stereotype.
Stereotypes, yeah.
It's more of a stereotype, I should say.
Different
not
time, guys.
Different time. It was 1984, guys.
Yeah.
So I definitely think, listen, these might be things you eat in India. I have no idea.
I hope
but according to Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, this is what they're eating in Pankut, in that area, which is a fictional place in India. It's not even a real place. So this is all a fake land that Indiana Jones visits. So Willie, Short Round at the table. First thing brought out, snake surprise, which is a whole snake cut open with little snakes erupting all slimy and gross, still alive and crawling all over the table.
Why did it have to be snakes?
Why did it have to be?
Pretty sure it's not a thing in India.
What's weird about that scene too is that Indiana Jones doesn't react, and that's his biggest fear.
His biggest fear, yeah.
Always drove me crazy. They bring a snake to the table, little baby snakes come out of it. Mm-hmm. We never get a shot of Indiana Jones. He would freak out. He hates snakes. Weird continuity error there.
I mean, I guess he's down at the other end of the table. I guess
right?
You're right.
Like, yeah. I want to know what Indy's eating because he's eating something in that
cool.
scene.
He's keeping his cool.
Next up, beetles being sucked on like clams, basically, because they like oysters. Like they never give it a name, but they're just.
I hate that.
They're just giant beetles, and then you've got like this dude. Like this like guy sitting across from Willie and Short Round who's loving it. He's like sucking on it.
So nasty.
He burps. He's like taking off like the wings and things and sucking on it. Just, his reaction is what makes the scene gross. And then him letting out a nasty just belch is disgusting. So then Willie gets the bright idea. She's like, do you guys have a soup or something? Something that's not as disgusting.
Wash it all down.
Guy comes out, brings her a soup. She takes a spoon, moves it around. Short Round's real excited next to her with like another spoon. He's hungry. And eyeballs start to float inside of the soup. And she just has this terrible look on her face. Nasty. Not as bad as I'd say the eyeball soup is probably the least disgusting thing on this
beetles
menu.
are fucking huge. That's the grossest part about them.
And there's like this white meat that he's sucking on out of it. It's disgusting. It's nasty. But the dessert and the guy sitting next to her, like the guy sitting across from her, he's like, oh, dessert. Chilled monkey brains. They bring out a severed head of a monkey, like a baboon or something. Cannibal Holocaust style. Yeah. Take off the top of the skull and eat these pink, bloody, frozen, chilled monkey brains. And then here is where Willie proceeds to pass out. That's where she draws the line. I do want to I also love about this scene, there's like a big dude, like heavy set guy sitting right next to Willie with this giant mustache that goes like
the twirls,
here. And he's like the first one who's like, snake surprise, my favorite.
He's the one that's like,
yeah, he's the one that's like, it's such a memorable, it's probably the thing I remember about Temple of Doom the most is this banquet scene. And it's nasty. It's really funny too because Willie and Short Round, like their reactions, like even Short Round, he has a great little like a mannerism when I think it's with the soup, when Willie moves around her spoon and the eyeballs pop out, he like leans back like just giving up. He leans
He's
back.
Like, this poor boy's so hungry.
He's just like, oh man, it's
I guess I'm not eating.
It's such a great scene. It's disgusting. I'm bringing 4 things to the table here. Yeah. to the Thanksgiving pot unluck. We're
gonna need some Pepto.
If you guys had to eat one of these 4 items, what would it be? Sammy, which one would you
Fuck
eat?
that beetle shit, first of all. I'm not afraid of bugs, but when it comes to like beetles and roaches, I would rather die.
But you gotta eat one.
So not that. I think it would no. I think I'm gonna go with the soup. I think I could just kind of work around
the
eyeball.
Just
yeah, the snake to me, like it doesn't have any sauce.
They're still alive.
Yeah, and it's the preparation is not my preference. I like it cooked a little bit more.
Chris, what about you?
No medium rare. I'm doing
thank
this
you.
right here.
Fear Factor style.
Right there.
Fear Factor style. You're holding your breath.
Pinch your nose, close your eyes. Yeah.
I mean, again, you could not eat the eyeball. That's what I would do. Just work with the broth.
Yeah.
And vomit
Drink around
later.
it, right? Yeah.
They're still, and we don't even know where these eyeballs, what animal these eyeballs came from.
Yeah.
We have no
Hey,
idea.
if you eat a hot dog, you eat an eyeball.
There you go, apparently. There is one last line before we move on I want to mention that has nothing to do with the food, and it always gives me a good chuckle. So Willie, she's like, oh, there's a king or whatever the main guy is of Pankut, the leader of this group. He's a child as well. He's like Short Round's age. So there's a part where she's like, that's the whatever they call him. I forget, it escapes me now. And Short Round looks at Willie and he goes, maybe she likes older women. Like, that's what he's, or maybe he likes older women. Like, I just thought that was so funny because it's like a kid. And just his reaction, he is so good in that movie.
Yeah,
Short Round is
He's
probably
so,
my favorite.
He's so good.
He is my favorite Indiana Jones character.
I love Indiana
outside
Jones.
of Indy, like he's the best. Like the fact that they never brought, and then he's gone on. What's his name? I can never pronounce it.
Ke Huy Quan.
He won an Oscar for
Just huge career.
what was it?
I love that.
Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Great movie.
He
Great
won
movie.
he won an Oscar for that. The fact that they didn't bring him back for the last Indiana Jones, what a missed opportunity.
I know, absolutely missed opportunity.
Like missed Short Round. Even as a kid, like Temple of Doom was my favorite Indiana Jones film because of Short Round. Like he was just such a great character.
The last Indiana Jones movie came out before Everything Everywhere All at Once,
No,
right?
it was after.
No, it
I
was
think
after?
Yeah,
it was like a year
after.
or two ago. Yeah. So I
Yeah,
was just,
so they fucked up big time.
Yeah.
they
How
fucked
they
up.
never brought Short Round back as like even an adult Short Round. Missed opportunity.
Crazy. Yeah, it would have been so good.
I'll never have another opportunity to talk about Indiana Jones again. So that was my this was my chance to talk about
I love
Indiana
Harrison
Jones on the
Ford.
show. So
Everything
yes,
he does.
the Pankut Palace Banquet was my second
That's
pick.
good. That was good.
Very gross stuff here.
Hey, wait, look at this. A Draka Kozero. Kozero. Oh, casserole. That sounds good.
Here we go. Okay, so my next one, which I guess we'll call the I think this one is the grossest. And you know, it just occurred to me now that I chose two dishes that come to life, but it's fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and go with casserole from the Elvira Mistress of the Dark
The monster casserole
film. The monster casserole.
Keyword. There's a monster in this thing.
There's a monster in it, but I will start by saying initially we don't see a monster. There's two attempts to this dish. Okay, so Elvira has Bob over, the local normie, and she wants to impress him. She puts on her little apron. This woman who does not cook, but also, more specifically, is not actually a witch. Comes from a bloodline of witches, apparently. So she pulls out a spell book, looking for a cookbook recipe, notices something called a Draka and she's like, oh, casserole, I can do something like that. She just starts picking stuff off the shelves according to what she thinks the words are saying, if they are saying that. It's so great. It's like what I am like in the kitchen. That's close enough. And then throwing it in there. By the time she's about to serve it, that's my favorite part. That's my favorite part in the movie is when she takes a look at the pot and she's like, looks like cock-a-doodie.
There you go. The running theme of this episode.
So she says, okay, well, how can I make this look better? She squeezes cheese whiz all over just this pot of like different mushrooms and other like herbs, dirt, things that are like a combination between actual edible food and like witchy dirt shit, bugs, whatever. Puts cheese whiz all over it and crushes some potato chips on top.
Because that makes it look more better,
more appetizing.
Right.
More appetizing.
Serves it to your boy. It's delicious. She loves it. And big old monster. Big old monster comes out, gets him. Crazy. What were we thinking? Second attempt to making this, she decides she wants to wreak havoc on the town people, right? So she goes and tries to follow the same recipe again. Okay, Cheese Whiz, potato chips and all. What happens? She ends up making again love potion. I have a theme here. Makes a love potion of some sort for the town people. Everybody starts doing each other. It's a giant orgy.
It is a funny scene.
This is the dish I'm fucking bringing to the party. You're going to get a monster or you're going to have a good time. Either way, this is a dish that I want to do. And I also want to note, I'm not sure if you're familiar with this, but Elvira, aka Cassandra Peterson, recently came out with a cookbook.
Yeah.
Called The Cookbook from Hell. And she actually has a casserole dish inspired by this dish.
I didn't even know. I have her other book. I have to buy this book.
It does have Cheese Whiz on it, and it does have potato chips on it. So really sick. Add that to your Christmas list. Make the casserole.
We might need to make this just like the
so.
haunted mask sandwich.
Yeah.
This is going to be the next haunted hangover food.
Guys, I'm not playing. I'm down. But yeah, so the casserole
from
dish that really does look like shit turns into a monster and makes you horny. It's a good one.
But it's got Cheese Whiz, so it balances out.
But it's got Cheese Whiz.
Two things about the monster and the chips. There's two things about this scene that always make me laugh. Going back to the chips, she takes the bag of chips, puts it on a chair, and then sits on them
to crush them.
Which is the most Elvira thing like. Of course she would. Why wouldn't she just slap it in the bag?
No, she has to use her booty to crush these chips. Number two, to kill this creature, it's like a puppet monster inside. You can tell the effect was like this like puppet monster thing inside of like a big casserole dish or pot. They use the garbage disposal to kill it, if I remember correctly.
And he just starts spinning. There's cockadoodie everywhere.
They're like covered in crap at the end of it. So not even gross, more traumatizing, I'd say, with the creature kind of coming out. It does look
gross. The stuff she puts in there is fucking gross.
Very nasty. Very nasty. But definitely a good one. And Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, one of the faves. One of the best. Love that movie. I mean, I'm glad you picked it. This was one I was going to pick, but you said it first. So I was like, I'll give it to my sister. She could have it. Because I had a feeling. I was like, one of us is going to pick.
We always end up picking the same thing, but that was my first thought in my brain.
That kind of happened. It was like this and that and the Lost Boys were two things we knew were going to come up when we were selecting different picks for this episode. So that is a good one, Sammy.
This was the house that scared the shit out of us. My whole life.
What happened?
You mean after he washed down his Christmas cookies with a glass of milk?
And so this one, like, I wouldn't even say that I like this movie because, I mean, it's all right. I've seen it a couple of times. The, like, thought of it is just the most disgusting, I think. It's the worst one. So the 2006 remake of Black Christmas. And I don't think this happens in the original at all.
No.
It's a thing strictly from because the 2006 one is like over the top.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, it's quite different from the original. All three Black Christmas movies are very different from one another.
Right.
By the way, shameless plug, Manny and I did a Black Christmas Battle Royal like 2 years ago.
There you go.
Nice.
We pit all three
I've
Black
still
Christmas
not
films.
seen the newest version. Yeah. No desire, honestly. But anyway, so the final pick I've got here is the human skin cookies. From the 2006 Black Christmas. So the Billy character during the movie does like 90 different flashbacks to get the story of what happened to Billy across over like the entire runtime of the movie.
It does. It bounces around a lot.
Dumb.
Yeah.
But anyway, so the final time that they go to the flashbacks of Billy is the scene where he actually kills his mom and the guy that she's banging and, deforms his little sister and all this nonsense. He beats his mom to death with a rolling pin. And it's right around Christmas, obviously. So he beats her to death with a rolling pin. And then his mom was making Christmas cookies. So out on the table are, what do you call those?
Cookie cutters?
Cookie cutters. I don't know why the fuck I was blanking on it.
It looks like a cookie cutter.
Christmas-shaped cookie cutters. So after Billy kills his mom, he takes the cookie cutters and starts cutting pieces of his mom's skin out to make skin cookies that he then puts into the oven, which looks fucking disgusting because it's just like pieces of flesh covered in blood that he puts into this oven, and they
bubbling.
They like bubble up and they crisp up, and then when the cops finally come to the house, the last thing they show is him taking a bite out of one of the blood red crispy skin cookies, and it's just fucking gruesome. Like
really leathery. They're leathery looking.
Yeah, they are. They look like a
little tough.
The skin of a book.
Yes.
Like for a movie that's not, fondly remembered as a classic like the original is.
I love it. So
the cookie scene stands out, right? Like it's especially for something like this. I think that's of the three things that I picked, I would absolutely never eat this.
Yeah.
Hannibal Lecter would love it.
No.
He'd be down for some human skin Christmas cookies.
There's no sprinkles on them or anything either. Like they're just skin cookies.
They're
just frost them.
They're just tree shaped.
Yeah, like at least put a little effort into it, right? Like frost them, put some sprinkles. Then maybe we have a conversation. But just plain skin cookies, no thanks.
You know what's funny too? And technically in the Black Christmas remake from 2006, there's another pick there. You've got the pointy candy cane as well, which is another kind of food item that's not really gross but violent. It could be used as a
weapon that he fucking stabs people in the face with.
He definitely likes
save
to
it for later.
He definitely likes to take like popular Christmas holiday foods and make them gross or dangerous. So I always, what's funny, when you mentioned, I had completely forgotten about the skin cookies from Black Christmas 06. So I'm glad you picked this because
it's so funny because like I just randomly watched it maybe like 2 or 3 months. Obviously it's not Christmas time, but it was on Tubi or whatever, and I just randomly put it on, and then you brought this up and I was like, oh, for sure I have to pick this. Like, it was just in my mind.
the skin cookies. It isn't, listen, not to spoil the episode we did a few years back, but it is a good remake. And the Billy character is so different from Billy in the original.
It's basically the same name, and that's it.
That's really it. It's so different. And then he's way more there's a lot of vile, dark, nasty stuff in the Black Christmas remake. There's all kinds of craziness.
An R scene, like a real hardcore one.
It's pretty wild. The remake to Black Christmas, the first remake, it's very the third remake, very different as well. This is a good deep
I didn't
cut
watch that one either.
You didn't watch that one?
Not the third one, no. Not the third remake.
Very different. Very different. Even more different than the second remake. It's quite the departure. But this is a good deep cut one.
Now I have to.
This is a good deep cut one, Chris. So I'm glad you picked this one. And it fits the holiday season, which we're in the middle of.
Absolute holiday season.
So this one is quite fitting for the
potluck. It's the bridge right here. It's the bridge between Thanksgiving, potluck, and Christmas.
Nice.
Yeah, for sure. Good pick.
This isn't what you think it is. Nobody stores cotton candy like this.
What are you talking about? Of course it is. Look.
Last pick for the episode, the entire episode, is one that I've wanted to talk about for a while because I feel like, and it'll play into kind of towards the end here when I get to what it is. It's one I always think about would make for something they can actually create and you can drink. Like you can actually have this, like make something that looks like this. Maybe not with the same ingredients because it's pretty nasty, similar to the cookies, but you can definitely mimic this at an event and people would buy it as like a cocktail or something. So my last pick are the cotton candy cocoons from Killer Clowns from Outer Space, the 1988 cult classic. Everyone loves Killer Clowns from Outer Space. So in the film, the Killer Clowns, they're aliens. They harvest from outer space. Yes, they're killer clowns from outer space. They harvest the bodies of humans in this town, place them in a cocoon that looks like cotton candy, and this is their food source. This is how they survive. This is what they eat. They eat us
Yeah.
inside of these cocoons.
Wrapped in cocoons.
Which dissolve. It's kind of explained. I think it like dissolves our bodies down to like this red gel-looking human corpse. And then this is what they eat. So there's a specific scene where Fatso, yes, the clowns have a name. This clown's name is Fatso.
Not
you
to be
can guess
confused
why.
with Fatso from Casper.
No, different Fatso. He's also fat. There's two Fatsos. You've got the ghost. Maybe that's the ghost of this clown. Who knows?
Maybe.
Possibly. But yes, Fatso the clown, the large tubby of the clown group. They're all kind of tubby. They all have like little bellies poking out at the bottom there. Our male protagonists, I don't have their names in my notes. Sorry, guys. They're watching. They're sneaking around the spacecraft, the clown spaceship that looks like a tent. And they're watching Fatso the clown walk over to a cocoon. He goes to it. He hits it to check if it's ripe, like if it was a fruit of some kind. He knocks on it. He takes a very insane, crazy straw, punctures it into the cocoon, drinks it like it's a slushy, and we get this shot of this red liquid going through the crazy straw as he drinks it. Once it's done, it even sounds like an empty cup. It's like the
slurping.
The slurping, like there's barely anything left.
Yeah.
He looks so satisfied. He lets out this burp afterwards. Such a great scene.
Yeah.
Such a great concept for a movie, like to have cocoons be there because they're clowns, and this dissolves humans and they drink us. Back to my original point. I don't know if they did this, but I know the Killer Clowns were at Halloween Horror Nights one year. If they did not have a cocktail that looked like a cocoon, like a cotton candy cocoon, that you put a crazy straw in it and drink it, missed opportunity.
Yeah.
They didn't. I went to that. I was at Halloween
did?
Horror Nights that year. Yeah. When the house had all the cocoons everywhere sporadically, right?
How do you not make that a little mini drink?
I don't understand it either. I was really looking forward to something like that.
I don't
But you know what?
how.
Haunted Hangover. We got our cotton candy cocktail. We got our casserole by Elvira. Maybe a puke pie.
Maybe a puke pie. Maybe a doodoo bar, an insect doodoo bar. Throw it in there. I just love how refreshing this cotton candy cocoon is treated. Like, he looks so happy.
Yeah.
And like he like walks over. There's something kind of cute about the killer clowns in the movie.
Yeah.
He like walks. He's
way
ugly, but he kind of walks over there. He knocks on it, takes the crazy straw. He just looks so happy. And it does. I'm like, wow, if that's like fruit
And
punch.
he drinks it to the last drop, right? Like
Yeah.
he goes all the way to the bottom.
I'd imagine it's quite sweet since it's inside of cotton candy and it's like dissolving us into like sugar or something.
We know what it is, so obviously it's gross, but it doesn't look gross.
Yeah,
like a gross experience. It looks quite nice.
It is. Again, looks refreshing. Hot summer day. Crack open
Imagine like a
cotton
7-Eleven
candy cocoon.
Slurpee inside of cotton candy. That fucking sounds delicious.
Yes.
Yeah.
Honestly, dare I say, out of this entire list, this is probably the most delicious looking
Yeah.
item.
Yeah.
on
I
it.
would say so.
So, because there's really because later in the movie they do rip open the cotton candy cocoons and you see like a human face inside of it. So you know what it is. It's all gel looking and gross, but at a glance, sign me up.
I tried it.
If I didn't know what was inside of the cotton candy cocoon,
Right. I'll
I'd
feign
be down.
ignorance just to have the cotton candy.
He doesn't eat the cotton candy, which is funny. Like you don't ever see them.
Just the innards.
They just drink what's inside.
Right.
The sugary human dissolved
Kool-Aid.
goodness, Kool-Aid that's inside of the cotton candy cocoon. Again, Universal Studios, Halloween Horror Nights, or whoever does Killer Clowns in the future. There should totally be a cotton candy cocoon
Some kind
cocktail.
of activation needs that.
Yeah, kind of wild.
Just crazy that doesn't exist. I don't.
Missed opportunity.
100%. Someone change that stat. We might have. You just mentioned my attempt at making the mystery sandwich from the Haunted Mask. I may have to try to make the candy corn cocoon drink
Yeah, the candy
from
cotton.
Killer Clowns from Outer Space. So, listen.
Well, like I said, with the casserole, wash
We're
it all
gonna
down.
we're gonna have to figure this one out, guys.
I'll bring the doodle bars.
No, thank you.
Chris isn't invited.
Chris, you were not invited. Yeah.
Homemade, you know what I mean?
Homemade doo-doo bars. No, thank you.
It's a bit nutty.
All right. So to wrap up the show here, let's run through all 9 of our picks, and we'll each pick our favorite from the other. You can't pick your own. You got to pick someone else's.
Yeah.
So let's run down. Let's start with Sammy. Your 3 picks are?
Okay, so we have the shrimp hand-possessed dish from Beetlejuice. We've got the pube pie and menstrual blood tea love spell from Midsummer, which I personally enjoy the most. But I'm not allowed to say that. And then I will also say the last one is Elvira's casserole from the film, the horny casserole that's also a monster.
We have the Matrix protein gruel, the bug/doo-doo protein bars, and the Christmas skin cookies.
And then my 3, we've got the insect-infused Chinese food from the Lost Boys. We've got the Banquet Palace Banquet, which has an assortment of gross items.
Yeah.
And then we've got my personal favorite. I can't pick my own, but it is my personal favorite of the 3. I said that. The cotton candy cocoon from Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Now, Sammy, if you had to choose an item from all 9, which one you going with?
Okay. Well, all 6.
All 6, sorry. Yeah, because you can't pick the 3 of your own. My bad.
I think I'm going to go with the banquet from Indiana Jones.
Really?
Yeah. I think that was why that's my favorite?
Yes.
Because it's the most grotesque to me.
So if we're going by grotesque, if that's the criteria.
Are you saying which one I would try, Louis? I wouldn't try any of them.
I don't think you would try any of them, but which one's your favorite? It would be the banquet.
I think that one's my
Jones?
favorite because it's the most fucked up. Like it's just them eating in general. Just no, thank you. Most tolerable, probably a nice little human skin cookie, little crisp. But I don't want that. I think that the banquet's gonna be great. You're gonna be well fed.
All right, Chris.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
I'm a big Chinese food guy. I love Chinese food, so I love Chinese takeout. I love the visual of Chinese takeout, right? Like the little white container. It's just to me, it's like comforting. It's like it reminds me of my childhood, like the little
Containers.
White containers, right? Like
Yeah.
I like that. So I'm gonna have to give the edge to the Lost Boys on this one.
All right, Michael. They're worms, Michael. They're maggots, Michael. It's gonna be Chris. Chris, they're worms, Chris. And you're gonna drop it. All right. My favorite of the 6, not including my own. The grossest one. I don't want to pick the doo-doo bars just because technically they're bug bars. They're they're like, multiverse, like different universe. The doo-doo bars would have been picked, but technically they're insect bars. So I'm going to go with the grossest to me. The menstrual tea and pube pie is probably the just the way the scene plays out, how it he gets the love spell put on him. He's involved in an orgy later. I mean, the outcome's not terrible, I guess, for him, right?
No.
Isn't there like a bunch of women all over him?
I mean, he fucking dies too.
Yeah, well, he
Spoiler
does
alert.
get burned up, dressed up as a bear at the end.
Spoiler alert!
Yeah, sorry guys.
So it's
but
not
yeah.
a great outcome for him.
It's not a great outcome. You're right.
All things considered.
It's like at the beginning of it's cool, I guess, and then he gets burnt up, which is not so cool. But yes, it's just the concept of pubes and menstrual blood. You know what that meal sounds like? It sounds like when you don't tip your waiter at a restaurant. They're giving you that pube pie,
little spit pie,
pube pie.
As someone who works in the industry, I have never done that.
Don't
fucking tell people that.
I guarantee there's someone out there that was really nasty to their waiter and they got a pube something.
I'm sure
some pube was sprinkled into their
That's why you don't bite the hand that feeds you.
Exactly. Remember that, guys. All these foods, minus a couple, can actually happen. Someone can actually put maggots in your food if you don't treat them right. A pube in your salad if you're really rude to your waiter.
You piss off your baker, you're getting a skin cookie. You never know.
Yes. It's a stretch, but listen, you could make a skin cookie. Use I don't know, you could grind up callus on your feet and turn it into a paste.
Lewis!
That's gross. Honestly, I'd rather it be like a chunk of flesh than like ground up callus.
Powdered flesh.
Way to make it nasty to nastier.
Yeah, Louis
Well,
very
listen,
creative.
It's technically skin. It's just hardened skin ground up into a cookie.
That's
so.
enough, Louis.
We will end it there. I hope you guys enjoyed Haunted Hangover's inaugural Thanksgiving pot unluck. Be sure to subscribe. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Blue Sky, Facebook, all that good stuff at Haunted Hangover. Support us over on the Patreon page, where you can gain early access to episodes and bonus content.
And if you could rate and review us, that would be greatly appreciated.
And as always, remember, the best cure for a hangover is...
More booze.
More worms.
Watch out for those doo-doo bars and pew pies out there, guys.